Chapter 14, Elysium, Part 1, Meeting. Beep, beep, the alarm sounds. Mr. P glances at his watch. It's 9:55 p.m. Time's almost up. He quickens his pace. He has a date he can't miss tonight. The sidewalks of Umerta Street are nearly empty in the darkness. For the opulent capital of crime, the N109 zone, this is just one of many waking hours. Neon lights blur into a misty haze, but Mr. P has no time to savor them. He lowers the brim of his hat, tightly pulls his coat, and keeps walking. He pauses at a window filled with over-the-top decorations. Plushy Bomb, the crown jewel of the shop, for displaying purposes only, not for sale. Chris's Antiques Oddities. Behind the sign sits a frog plushie inside a birdcage. He checks his newly acquired diamond-studded watch. Well, there's still a bit of time. Welcome to Chris's Antiques and Oddities. Don't touch anything if you aren't buying unless you're interested in a taste of lead. Behind the counter, the owner is glued to his phone. As Mr. P passes, he spots the title of a hot forum thread on the screen. Phantom Thief P pulls another time trick. $1 million blood diamond watch vanishes from Salon Hotel auction. Since when did the N109 zone start cheering for some second-rate thief? There are thousands of comments, too. If I met that guy, I'd crush him with one hand. The owner sneers, but he can't resist adding a post of his own. A few seconds later, a beep shatters the silence. The owner looks toward the sound. The shop's prized frog plushie has vanished from its cage. Only the diamond-studded watch shines dully in its place. On the street lined with bars, Mr. P emerges from an alley. He tosses the frog plushie in his hand, then he drops its dismantled bomb into a trash can. The design is outdated. At least the color still pops out. He straightens his hat. Behind him, neon lights quietly turn on and trace his figure in a faint glow. 10 p.m. That's when Elysium officially opens. Part 2, Elysium. Mr. P relaxes as the bar's comforting blues ease away his tension. New face, huh? What can I get you? Standing behind the bar, the woman with chestnut wavy locks props her chin up on her hand and smiles at him. I'll take the connoisseur's menu. The bar falls quiet for a second. The connoisseur's menu is the most infamous menu in the N109 zone. It's second to none. Not only do its dishes draw inspiration from the area's most celebrated eras and figures, but it also doubles as a top-secret ledger for intel trading and deals with high stakes. A moment later, a thin menu slides over to Mr. P. Enjoy. Elysium, connoisseur's menu, tasting menu. Fill your empty soul to your heart's content. Do it. House Special Blend. 1/3 whiskey, 2 scoops of cream, 1 brown sugar cube, and a sprinkle of fate. Complimentary. Description: every gift comes with a hidden price, but this coffee is actually free. Do it can be a command or an expression of encouragement. Then again, some say to ignore people and do whatever you want. Mobster salad. Mashed potatoes, eggs, fried shrimp, chickpeas, and yogurt, all crushed together with desire. Numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8. Description: they came here to survive. They drowned in their own greed. To those ruthless criminals, we lost forever. Without them, the N109 zone wouldn't be what it is today, although they're no longer here to see it. Coward's shell. Fresh oysters, lemon juice, ground pepper, and a dash of courage. Numbers 1, 3, and 4. Description: without their sturdy shelter, the spineless remain spineless. That is why we built our foundation from the strongest materials. This dish honors those misfits who once graced our establishment. Without them, Elysium would never exist. Some exiles become worthless junk, and others transform into pearls. Is it the environment that determines their fate, or their own nature? The N109 zone grand platter. Venison from acorn-fed deer, white truffle, cheese, white caviar, and blue lobster tart with mango, complimentary to the true VIPs. Numbers 3 and 5. Description: 4 distinct powers dominate the N109 zone. They are the true players at the N109 zone's gambling table. A platter of 4 rare delicacies. They don't complement each other, they're just equally expensive. Choose wisely. If you're unsure, try them one at a time. 24K Exchange Artist. Chicken leg cooked with scallion oil, soy sauce, salt, golden coconut oil, sesame oil, shredded ginger, and scallions. Comes with a dash of humor. Numbers 1, 2, 4, and 6. Description: he's no thief. He's an artist who believes in fair exchange, dedicated to the unseen Phantom Thief P. Everything has a price. Pain is traded for an equal amount of pain. Joy is exchanged an equal amount of joy. But is your happiness truly equal to mine? The point of no return. Smoked pigeon, saffron, pickled onions, barley, toasted truffle bread with au jus, and 100% trust. Numbers 5, 7, and 8. Description: at Charon, no deal goes unmade. The pigeon meat from the market's arena, a rare delicacy available only this season. Pay the appropriate fee, and they will fulfill your every wish. Remember, once a deal is in place, there's no turning back. Strawberry Disaster Special. Strawberry ice cream, fresh strawberries, strawberry sauce, chocolate-covered strawberries, chili powder made from the red savina pepper, and a 4-leaf clover. Number 7. Description: if you survived 2036, the gang war that engulfed the N109 zone, this is the dessert you can't refuse. Rich ice cream wrapped in strawberry sauce and spiced with chili to sting your tongue. Like that night when the streets ran red, not all survivors were strong, and not all the strong survived. Wouldn't you agree, you lucky duck? Today's special Sweet Evil Trap. Pepper walnut tart, rosemary gelato, pomegranate jelly, red wine marshmallow, and 10.5 grams of sole. Number 0. Description: I'm waiting for you. Special services: 1. Assassination. 2. Arms deals. 3. Infiltration. 4. Intel collections. 5. Mediation. 6. Biological substances. 7. Protocore trading. 8. proxy deals. 0 today's special. Special notice. Menu items are subject to change due to seasonal availability and local logistics. Thank you for your understanding. Call me Ashlyn. The curly-haired woman sets a cup of steaming coffee in front of Mr. P. This is our signature brew. On house for those who choose the connoisseur's menu. It's been a while since anyone new asked for it, so I upgraded you to a large cup. Do it? Mr. P picks up the cup. Is this some kind of go-getter philosophy for life? Oh? Ashlyn toys with a curl of her hair. So that's how some people interpret it. Just do as you're told. This was what Ashlyn heard the most as a child. You worthless brat, do what I say. One more word and I'll kill you. By the time she was 12, Ashlyn learned not to close her eyes when fists were flying. Keeping her eyes open let her read the direction of the blows, protect her face and gut, and choose where to fall to minimize injuries. She got lucky that time. He wore himself out quickly and sent her off to buy liquor. Before leaving, she glanced at the drunk who claimed to be her father. Of course, it was only true in the strictest biological sense. Then she limped away. Sometimes, staying alive requires more than strength. It needs a bit of luck. Turning the corner, Ashlyn saw a striking woman leaning against a bar entrance and looking at her phone. Her tank top revealed sculpted muscles, and her short, orange-red hair shined brilliantly under the sun. That was Ginevra, the bar's bouncer. Ashlyn knew her. She had seen Ginevra single-handedly knock down a group of drunks. They lay in a pile. She's amazing, even stronger than Dad. With that thought, Ashlyn couldn't help but move closer. Noticing her approach, Ginevra glanced up and laughed. Hey kid, your face is quite the work of art. Ashlyn wiped her wet nose. The blood smeared across her swollen cheek. She was 12, malnourished, scrawny for her age. Still, she squared her shoulders and lifted her chin. I'll pay you. Teach me how to fight, or at least let me follow you around. Without any hesitation, she shoved all the money that was meant for her father's liquor into Ginevra's hand. If she could become her sidekick, no one would dare to mess with her again. Ginevra didn't take the money. She crossed her arms and looked at Ashlyn. What? You lost a playground scuffle and now you want lessons? I'm not into babysitting. I want my dad to be too scared to hit me again. Can you help me? Ashlyn stood on her tiptoes and brought her bruised face closer. You... Ginevra looked interested for a moment, but her face fell when a drop of blood landed on her shoe. She heard Ginevra curse under her breath. Mr. P has barely tasted his drink before the drink's burning edge brings tears to his eyes. Who puts booze in coffee? 1/3 whiskey, 2 scoops of cream, 1 brown sugar cube, and a sprinkle of fate. With a knowing smile, Ashlyn taps the menu in front of Mr. P. That's our signature blend. Part 3, Coward's Shell. Now you may place your order. Every dish comes with its own special seasoning, so our customers can choose what suits their palate. Take this one, for example. With brown nail polish shining, Ashlyn's finger glides along the menu surface until it settles beside a number. Coward's Shell, Fresh oysters with a bit of pepper and paired with freshest sides. Assassination, infiltration, and intel collection. A perfect balance of flavors. Following her finger, Mr. P looks at the menu. He's drawn to the text beneath the name. This dish honors those misfits who once graced our establishment. He's interested. In the N109 zone, everyone is practically an oddball. What kind of freak would even stand out? Maybe it has something to do with the word coward. Yet no matter how he mulls it over, that word doesn't fit the N109 zone. After all, everyone here has blasted their way through swarms of wanderers to reach this forsaken pit. Oh, there are cowards here, Ashlyn says. It happened not long after Ashlyn and Ginevra settled down in the N109 zone. Bang! A cracked wooden door fell, and a figure tumbled out amid splinters and shrieks. Just you wait! This isn't over. Oh, I'll wait, all right, Ashlyn sneered. She leaned against the doorframe with a cocky stance she had picked up from Ginevra. Only after the man staggered away in fear did she turn to steady the bar's broken door. It was already the third batch of thugs this month who tried to extort protection fees since they opened Elysium. 2 years before, the Chrono Rift catastrophe struck. Abnormal protofield fluctuations reduced this preposterous tech hub into a lifeless husk. But no one had imagined that this perilous wasteland would become a haven for outlaws. Here, law and order meant nothing. Only strength ruled over the weak. Ginevra, why are we here? There isn't any sunlight, and the conditions are awful. After walking into the room, Ashlyn grumbled and watched the orange-haired woman flex her wrists. Do I need to remind you that... Ginevra looked up with a small smile. This was my plan. You tagged along of your own volition. But we're family. Of course I'll follow you. Ashlyn declared this as if it were the most obvious thing in the world. 11 years had passed since Ginevra took her in. Ginevra, why don't we head to Lincoln? We could open the bar there. No. Why not? We can make more money here. You're lying. You're not... Ashlyn cut herself off and glared at Ginevra. You don't want money. You want to ditch me and have fun by yourself. You know me so well. Can you make my wish come true then? As if you brought me to be your sidekick. I adopted you. Don't make me sound like a human trafficker. And that tiny sum you had wouldn't even buy a single decent bullet. Another feeble creak sounded at the bar's entrance, which cut their bickering short. Ashlyn glanced up and recognized the scarred man. He gave her a curt nod and walked to Ginevra. They exchanged a glance and silently slipped into the kitchen in the back. Alone, Ashlyn calmly picked up a broom and began sweeping the scattered debris. As she swept, she moved closer to the kitchen and overheard snippets of a conversation. It sounded like the scarred man wanted Ginevra's help in finding someone this time. Ashlyn caught a few telling phrases. Missing evolver, test subject, base of operations. Ever since the bar opened, Ashlyn had grown used to suspicious figures seeking out Ginevra. They looked rough, and trouble was written all over them. After every hush-hush talk, Ginevra would vanish for a while. Whenever Ashlyn asked where she went, Ginevra would say she was restocking supplies. Yeah, sure. What kind of supplies would leave her battered and bruised every time? Still, Ashlyn never confronted her. She understood Ginevra's reasons for lying. When the murmured discussion behind the kitchen doors ended, Ashlyn casually stepped away, With her head down, she continued to sweep. She expected the scarred man to leave quietly as usual, but this time, the man who never said a word to her actually stopped to speak. "It's getting rough out there. Watch your back." Startled, Ashlyn looked up. The scarred man's face twisted into something that vaguely looked like a kind smile. "Dexter, you need to get ready for the mission." Ginevra, who had emerged from the kitchen at some point, was now leaning against the bar. She had suddenly spoken. "Our lookout vanished. They might know we're on to them. Your cover may already have been..." She trailed off, but Dexter tilted his head. He understood what she was implying. "What? Are you worried about me? If I don't come back, drop some flowers at my grave." "Get lost." He laughed before speaking in a serious tone. "Don't worry about me. In this line of work, hardly anyone meets a peaceful end. I accepted that. Besides, we promised the parents that we'd bring their child home. If not us, then who? We can't be cowards now." Ginevra smiled. "Fine. Make it back alive, and I'll clear your tab." Ashlyn didn't know what Dexter was about to face, but she knew one thing. Neither Ginevra nor Dexter were their real names, and more importantly, they were good people. Once, Ashlyn found a special task force ID hidden behind Ginevra's bedside drawer, so she knew they were the good guys. Part 4, Strawberry Disaster Special. "Your Strawberry Disaster Special, sir." The snow-like ice cream is topped with fresh strawberries and shimmering sauce. It practically begs to be tasted. As she sets down the dessert, Ashlyn slips a Protocore auction invitation beside it like a side dish. Fresh strawberries and Protocores pair surprisingly well, wouldn't you say? Mr. P ignores the invitation at first. He samples the dessert instead. Tart strawberry sauce melds with rich whipped cream to flood his taste buds. He closes his eyes and sighs contentedly. "Exquisite, just as I had hoped." Only then does his gaze shift to the invitation, as if he's recalling something. The 2036 disaster, if I'm not mistaken, it started because of a Protocore map. Is that where you got your inspiration? A third of the N109 zone's population had vanished in the chaos. Mr. P remembers it well. Ashlyn confirms his suspicion. "Unfortunately, that Protocore map was lost at the time." Seeing the faint remorse in her eyes, Mr. P offers a knowing smile. "Lost? Perhaps it was stolen." "You aren't suggesting Phantom Thief P did it, are you?" "Who knows? It's all just speculation." He chuckles softly before playfully shrugging. Maybe the map was just an excuse to shake things up from the start. Seeing his genuine smile, Ashlyn lowers her gaze to mask her curiosity. "Perhaps?" She idly brushes back a strand of her chestnut-colored hair. As it slips off her shoulder, Mr. P catches a glimpse of a silver windflower earring. There are no flowers in the N109 zone. Ashlyn propped her chin on her hand and stared blankly at the silver windflowers on the bar counter. Ginevra brought them in a few days ago from somewhere. Since then, Ashlyn never saw the scarred man again. Although certain people stopped visiting, Ginevra was even busier. She headed out and vanished for days. "Did you hear? Even the Special Task Force cops have their eyes on that Protocore map in the N109 zone." Where did you get that from? It can't be true. If they ever set foot here, they'd be ripped apart in seconds. Inside the bar, Ashlyn quietly wiped glasses while two customers whispered. At some point, a rumor started speculating about a priceless protocore that was hidden in the N109 zone. It drew in greedy opportunists like moths to a flame. I heard something else. Someone says Silas has started eating people. Silas? Ashlyn knew that name. Actually, everyone in the N109 zone knew. This powerful lone evolver roamed the area and became a hot topic after devouring several prominent factions. Plenty of people wanted him on their side. Eating people? What's that about? You heard about some evolvers going missing, right? They say it all began after Silas's Anakinus came into existence. Really? Does that mean I'm in danger? Oh, please. He has standards about what he devours. At midnight, Ashlyn woke up to an urgent ringing. The display showed a number she knew all too well. Ginevra's. She had been missing for months. For some reason, unease stirred in Ashlyn's heart. She quickly answered the phone. On the other end, chaos reigned. Gunshots, something like a beast's roar, and human screams. Amid the clamor, she heard Ginevra's voice. No matter what happens, don't leave Elysium, and her final words were drowned out by a massive explosion from the street. Late 2036. The N109 zone experienced its largest riot since its conception. A scramble for a protocore map soon escalated into a gang war. It engulfed every faction. The festering, rotting darkness opened like an inflamed abscess. It revealed the true face of this soul-devoured cesspit. The fighting raged for months until the weak were finally consumed and every resource was carved up. In the end, the N109 zone's turmoil disappeared, and the legendary Silas emerged as the victor. The once three-way power balance was shattered, and the lawless territory finally met its new master. Ashlyn survived untouched. She was one of the lucky few. At that time, she didn't understand why she and Elysium remained unscathed. Not until a black crow delivered its master's message. The deal is done. I'll be taking the map. Part 5, today's special. A deal, that's definitely something he'd do. As Mr. P eats his last spoonful of ice cream, he still feels unsatisfied. He's curious about that past event. He picks up the menu again, and his gaze lingers on today's special. Sweet Evil Trap. What's the story behind this? Sorry. Ashlyn offers him a regretful smile. This was made for a certain lady and isn't available to others. Who could get that kind of privilege? Mr. P has never heard of an item on the connoisseur's menu being custom made for one individual. That's confidential info. I'm afraid I can't tell you. I see. Then, can you at least tell me about the side dish? Mr. P doesn't want to give up. I'd love to, but I'm afraid I can't. Ashlyn smiles slyly. I don't have the courage to serve our sponsor as a side dish. It's 3 a.m., deep into the night. After seeing off the last customer, Ashlyn goes to the bar's entrance and flips the sign from open to closed. As always, she returns to the counter and pours herself a glass of whiskey. For years, Elysium has been one of the N109 zone's top intel hubs that's backed by a powerful force. She hasn't seen Ginevra since the riot, and from the Crow, Ashlyn learned about Ginevra's deal with that man. They traded the protocore map for Elysium's protection amid the chaos. How Ginevra got the protocore map remains a mystery. Ashlyn believes that with enough time, she'll find Ginevra and get the answers herself. From that day on, Elysium stepped into the murky depths of the N109 zone as an intel bar. As Ashlyn finishes her drink and prepares to leave, something on the corner of the counter catches her eye. This is... Ashlyn picks up a frog plushie. She recalls that it belongs to the customer who ordered from the connoisseur's menu earlier today. As she moves to place it in the lost and found, a gift box slips from the plushie's arms. It reveals a wine-red card tucked into its seam. To my dear Ashlyn, once someone traded me a map for what's in this gift box. Now I'm returning it to its rightful owner in exchange for your splendid menu. P.S. Thank you for your hospitality tonight. Maybe I'll try the dish you created just for me next time. Yours truly, Phantom Thief P. As if sensing what's about to happen, her heart starts to pound. With trembling hands, Ashlyn opens the gift box. On soft velvet rests a stack of old bills, the very ones she once forced into Ginevra's hand. Beside them lies a yellowed slip of paper that reads, Ashlyn's protection money. Ashlyn touches her eyes that sting from her tears. After all these years, this small piece of survival finally returned home.